It's a very tight-knit community, a lot of friendly people here, hard-working community.
It's a neat community. We have a little bit of everything. We have agriculture that always has been and is now, hopefully always will be important. Transportation.
It is a transportation town.
The first concrete road, shortest road in the country, and highest point in the state can all be found in Logan County.
We had a man named George Bartholomew. He had worked with concrete. He did not invent concrete. It had been around for thousands of years, but for some reason nobody had really thought of the idea of paving streets. So he made a deal with the city and the county to do a test section that held up to the horse and buggies. And so Court Avenue, which is still concrete, which is on the south side of the courthouse, is the oldest concrete street in America, complete in 1893. We had people from all over the world coming to investigate it.
At the center of the county seat, Bell Fountain, stands the Logan County Courthouse.
Built in 1870. That would have been 5 years after the end of the Civil War, so it's been here for a long time. It was much needed at that time, and people were very excited about the construction of the new courthouse. It's the centerpiece of the downtown of Bell Fountain, Ohio, and I think it's just a beautiful place. It's one of the favorite parts of my job is that I get to work in this courthouse, which I think is just a gorgeous structure.
The courthouse is really kind of the central focal point of the county and the city. All the Memorial Day celebrations, the Veterans Day celebrations, all of those things. The parades may start at another location, but they all culminate at the courthouse. The courthouse is the center of the government for the county and center of most of the activities that happen downtown. One of the interesting things about this building is that up in the tower, Edward Jones, who the Edward Jones Financial Investment Company was started by, actually graduated from Bell Fountain High School in 1913, and he signed his name up in the clock tower room. His name still appears on the wall in there.
While today the tower stands tall, this was not always the case.
It was June the 29th, 2012, a derecho, which is a straight line wind in excess of 70 miles an hour, went through it.
This is a very dangerous situation. We've had reports of 80-mile-per-hour winds moving across the state. Now is the time to seek shelter if you have not already done so.
It was still very vivid. I was at work at the museum, and I've never seen daylight turn to darkness so quickly.
There was a considerable amount of damage downtown. The courthouse itself, the tower structure, the wooden portion of the structure actually looked like it lifted and shifted by 6 to 8 inches. The engineers went through on Saturday and said it's not safe to occupy the building because the tower may collapse. So the elected officials got together the next day on a Sunday, and we have a county annex building that's right behind the courthouse, and they were willing to take some of our staff. They had some spare desks, so we went to the local Lowe's store and borrowed a bunch of shopping carts from them, cleaned out people's desks and moved them to the new location, plugged in their phones, and by 10 o'clock on Monday morning, we were back open for business.
After examining the building, the structure was condemned. The county came together and invested into restoring the building. 6 years later, the building reopened.
They were able to not just fix it, but do a restoration, renovation of it, to get it back to some of its original grandeur. At the same time, modernize it, with technology. Turned out to be a neat project. It was a long project, but they did a great job with it. I think people are proud of it now, and that it's still here. It's hard to imagine that this building wouldn't be here.
Some courthouses put their Lady Justice up on the top, and in our case, they wanted to showcase her, and so she has her own little alcove that she's in, and for years was exposed to the weather and the birds and all the rest of that. So that was one of the improvements that was made. She was rebuilt, but the alcove is enclosed now with a glass front to it. She's a pretty prominent figure for the community.
Another prominent feature of the community has a storied past.
When they built the fountain, the intention was that the top of the fountain would have a bell on it for Bell Fountain, because Bell Fountain is a I'm told, a French and Indian word that means beautiful fountain. And when the container came in that was supposed to have the bell in it, it had a pineapple in it. And they were, by that time, pressed for time and decided a pineapple was a symbol of friendship, and so they put the pineapple on the fountain.
That's another urban myth or legend. Pineapple is an international symbol for hospitality and friendship, so it's actually there to show people that we are a welcoming community.
I think the courthouse in this community is a pillar of strength. I think it is a symbol of family and faith and justice, and it would be a very different place without it.